everyone, it's Amanda Matthysse, Hekman librarian with all the library tips and tricks you need. Today's topic might seem pretty elementary, but it's fundamental for any college class: how to read a scholarly article. Now, I'm not talking about ABC's reading here, because most people who pick up a scholarly article can decipher the literal words. I'm talking about reading with understanding, which can be harder than you'd expect with scholarly articles because they're often highly technical, super detailed, and long. It can honestly feel a little overwhelming, even if it's in your native language. So, first of all, if you've ever felt a little lost trying to read a scholarly article, don't worry, that's totally understandable. Just take a second with me to break it down, see how things are organized, and trust me, you'll feel a lot more prepared. Let's use this article, "I Want to Be a First," as an example today. Depending on what journal or database you're in, your scholarly articles may look a little bit different. And this is just a PDF version I downloaded from another database, but the basic structure will be much the same. So to start with, you can expect to see the title of the article as the first biggest text on page 1, along with the authors who wrote the article. In this version of the article, they put more publication details in the footer at the bottom of the first page. Here's the journal it was published in, and the volume and issue number, the year it was published in, and here's some page numbers. This is all very important info for when you create a citation for this article later. Next is the abstract, a section that most scholarly articles have right at the beginning to provide a quick summary overview of the article's content. This is a great hack for your research. When you find an article you might use in a paper, look through its abstract and you'll know right away if it's relevant to you or not. This abstract tells me that this is a qualitative study where they interviewed first-generation college-bound students. You'll often see studies like this break down their research with section headings like introduction, literature review, methods, results, discussion, limitations, and conclusion. Introductions usually introduce the problem or context of the article's topic, sometimes combined with a literature review, which adds to that context by investigating what other studies have found or what other sources had to say about this. After that, this article has both a methods and a findings section to report exactly what was studied and how. In this case, these sections describe how they conducted their interviews and what they found from those interviews. In studies like this, there's also usually a discussion section. This is where the authors consider what their findings mean or why that might be important. You can see here they've added a specific subheading for implications. You may also see a limitations section like this, where the authors acknowledge what their study didn't cover or what could have gone wrong. This is an important part of honest reporting in scholarly work. And before we're done, there are a few other important pieces. Some articles may have appendices or additional items or data sets set aside for deeper reading, like this, which is the interview questions that were used for the study. And hopefully every article should have references, sometimes called bibliographies or works cited, where they list citations for all the sources they built on for their research. So that's a quick explanation of the anatomy of a scholarly article. When you're starting a search, all of these pieces can help you in different ways. The abstract can help you quickly decide whether an article is worthwhile to keep or not, and the references can give you more ideas and sources to look up later. I hope you try these tips the next time you're doing some scholarly reading, and I encourage you to talk to a librarian about it too. We're happy to help you unpack scholarly articles and figure out how to make the most of them for your assignments anytime.